Hey Konnect leaders, I thought I'd make a short video to kind of give you a heads up of what we're doing on Wednesday, our very first night of Konnect. You have 3 activities on your paper. I'm going to recommend that you start with the second activity, the memory verse activity. That one, you're going to have the phrases of the memory verse on the cups. Put those cups on the table in your room, and the kids are going to take turns using a beanbag to toss at the cups to try to knock the cups off the table. Now the catch is one of the cups has a serpent on it, and if they knock the serpent cup off the table, then everything that's on the floor that they've knocked off has to go back up until they get all of the verse except for the serpent on. Now if time is running out and they keep knocking the serpent off, then just go ahead and continue to play. Don't put the cups back on the table. Then I'm going to recommend that you do the prayer activity. You'll see why in a minute when we get to the next one. Okay, so the prayer activity. You are going to have I will either bring it to you, probably because it's kind of leaky. You're going to have a water bottle in your room. Now, don't pick the water bottle up like you would normally pick a water bottle up. You are going to want to hold it by the lid. Why? Because there's holes poked in it, and if you move it or make any squeeze it at all, water's going to squirt out everywhere. So it's going to have a caution sign on it or a warning label on it. You're going to ask the kids why there's a warning label. You're going to pick the bottle up like this. You're going to ask them. You're going to give some silly examples of why there might be a warning label on it. And then finally you're going to squeeze it and show them that there are holes in it and there's a reason why there's a warning label, even though it seems silly to have a warning label on a water bottle. Then you're going to use this as a good time to review the Bible story, why Eve chose to disobey God. She did it because she thought her way was better, just like we often do when we see silly warning signs. Finally, if there's time and you want to get the kids all wound up, do the first activity called Trust Chair. Now this is a fairly easy activity. They just have to listen and they all have to participate at the same time. So what you're going to do is you're going to want to have them stand in a circle. The easiest way to do this is have them hold the shoulders of the person next to them. And then on the count of 3, everybody is going to sit down. What that means is that the person in front of me will sit on my lap while I'm sitting on the lap of the person behind them. If everybody moves at exactly the same time, the weight distributes and everybody can sit on each other's lap without anybody actually sitting on a chair at the same time. That's going to be a little bit harder for the younger kids. So what you might do, the second part of that with the younger kids, is there will be a hula hoop. If everybody holds on to the hula hoop, and again, everybody has to do this at the same time, otherwise you're all just going to go toppling. Everybody lean back. The weight distribution will keep everybody from falling over if everybody leans at the same time and at the same speed. So it's an idea of trusting each other, and even though it seems like common sense that we're going to fall if we do that, if we all work together and obey our leader instead of doing what we think is best, it all works out. So I would wait and do that one at the end because it's going to get the kids riled up. Do the first 2, the memory verse and the prayer activity first, and then end getting them riled up and then sending them home. All right? So I will see you guys Wednesday at 5:30 for dinner.